Hi there, my name is Chamal Paulus, and today I will go through my journey of the GD5012 module. To start things off, as a small overview of my entire learning process in this module, I came across that this module really pushed my limits as a designer. Prior to this, I mainly worked in copywriting, a little bit of filming and film editing, but this module really pushed me to explore all avenues of my design abilities, such as dabbling with visual tools such as 3D animation, 3D modeling, animation, 2D animation, and even production design, which is something I have never done before. And all those experiences were, while uncomfortable to an extent, really opened my worldview onto what I can actually be as a designer, which was a very interesting and exciting prospect of studying this module. Along with that, doing the different exercises of the module itself, using tools such as the visual driver to make my word mark and really figure out who I am as a visual character, I was able to really hone in on my sketching skills and also really developing my final productions and using software such as Illustrator and Photoshop, really getting my own experience in those programs where I really had experience in prior to this, and using those programs extensively to gain that knowledge and that skill that is almost necessary for a designer to have. And also working on things like leave behinds, which is an interesting concept which I haven't come across before, of leaving a lasting impression on your employer and anyone really who you got into with, and really figuring out who I am and what kind of interesting characteristics can I bring out in very personalized projects like this. Also, developing a business card, which is something I've never done before and never even dreamt about doing, was also interesting on how I can apply myself onto a small piece of paper or board that the entire world will most likely know me by. Building my portfolio was an interesting and exciting project as well, because this was the first time I have really looked into my design experience, something that I really don't have a lot of experience in, and how I've come across how far I come from starting my modules way back last year, and now at the end of this year, how that journey has and how I have progressed. It's exciting to see that I have such a big lineup of softwares, whereas I was not so fluent before. And all the professional experience, along with additional experiences in university and my own educational background, I was really able to figure out, who am I? Who the heck is this guy? So that was a very interesting prospect as well. Making the portfolio was a very reflective exercise, as it really made me think about the work I've done and even how can I improve on this work, which I would have just opened, closed and shut those work, but now I might actually go back to them and really improve them. Working on the ABCB Pro exercise was really interesting because, again, pushed my creative limits on my ideation, my visualization, and of course learning the new skill of animation was also extremely interesting. The poster brief was one that was riddled with problems and, in my part, failure, as I could not bring a successful poster as a definition, but that was, I attribute that to my experience in software skills, something I really want to improve on in my free time, and after this module is done, is to just to comb through these weaknesses that I have that I can't take into the field after my degree is done, or even during my third year, and learning how to take these weaknesses and these bad experiences and turn them into really good experiences that give me a lot of insight to look back on. The word bank exercise was something that I found was really up in my league as someone who is really into copywriting. I was able to really go into these places and look at what they've done through, and if this corporation or agency is really for me. And the dissertation was something I also had a lot of experience in, a lot of enjoyment in researching into modern design problems, and being able to mold one of those problems, which is gender inequality, and one of my passions, which is video games or competitive video games, into an actual university project, is a very interesting, exciting prospect that I'm very interested in developing and finishing off in my final year next year. As a career, I want to focus on things such as education, research, and stay and improve my copywriting skills, because I do feel like that is where my skills actually lie. But I do not hesitate to further look into what I can actually do. That was my reflection, and thank you for watching.